Rockwood Rue 21DK here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. 4,050 pounds SUV towable hybrid with a slide. Rockwood is the king of lightweights. They are the #1 selling lightweight out there. There are other things that are built in very similar fashion. Rockwood is built very well. There's more than one brand built very well. To me, and everyone's opinion is different. Keep that in mind. Nothing I'm saying is gospel. This is just my take on things. We carry a lot of different brands here. What I see out of Rockwood is that they're willing to take their amenities to another level no one else is willing to match, especially in hybrids. Typical person manufacturer sees looking at most hybrid campers is someone who's trying to go camping on the tightest budget possible. Not everybody fits that paradigm, and Rockwood's built for those folks that just don't want a big camper, but they want a nice camper. That's the neat part about these. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to pick good or small. You can have good and small. Let's get dug in here, and keep in mind, the unit in this video is highly upgraded. The one that we have in stock may or may not be the same. I'll try to touch on that stuff as we go. Like the biggest thing right away is that this is a Sapphire Edition. That gives us the vanilla ice cream skin package. And they match the bed ends to that, by the way, so that everything always looks, good. We've added a second power ceiling vent fan to this. Now, anytime you have a power ceiling vent fan in a Rockwood, first of all, it's that larger Fantastic fan, or Max Air fan rather, and you get the Max Air vent cover on top of that from the roof. You can add that vent cover for $50 to $75 installed aftermarket all day long. But now you've got two different people working on it. This is installed from Rockwood, by Rockwood. Craftsmanship guaranteed by Rockwood as part of their warranty. That's what I like about it. One guy, accountability. This is a very big thing I forget to talk about too often because I take it for granted. A lot of hybrid beds, the lock system is up here. I can reach them because I am tall. Not everybody can. My wife could not, for example. My mother, my grandmother, my grandfather couldn't. On a Rockwood, they put the latch down here where it's easy to get to. It is so much easier to manipulate these doors. The other thing is, this is all C-channeled in place. You don't have to worry about pulling and tucking anything, nor do you have to worry about bed pulls because everything is fully self-supporting. If I push on this right here, there's an actual cable right into the wall. It's an aircraft style cable that goes right into a big heavy-duty metallic frame. This bed is rated for between 1,000 and 1,100 pounds. It's overbuilt so that it stays in good condition long term. Now, when we start talking lightweights, a lot of times lamination comes into play. The assumption is when we see fiberglass, it's laminated. That is actually less true than it is accurate. Now, most of the time with a fiberglass skin trailer, you've got laminated sidewalls. But walk up to the front wall, the rear wall, slide out end walls, and start banging on them. A Rockwood thumps back. Not a lot of trailers do that. And it is a big construction item for me. It's going to me, this trailer is going to stay more rigid. It's going to keep its shape. You're going to have less flex. You're going to have greater structural integrity over the long term. Chances are, while something's under warranty, you're not going to have a big structural problem. It's for 5 years down the road. Rockwood's not made to be your first camper. Rockwood's made to be your last camper. That's what I like about it. Neat little thing right here. Antifreeze inlet, so when it comes winterization time, you don't need to worry about slogging sloshy antifreeze and sticky antifreeze through your camper. Now, Sapphire Edition is giving us a couple other things along with just the skin, but we also get these cool frameless windows. Notice that they are tinted. You can't see inside here unless you press your nose right against that glass. We're also getting aluminum wheels. Now you're looking at $500 more per axle on a Rockwood, and this is something they do standard. This is not an upgrade, but nobody else talks about this, it seems like. Most trailers have an interconnected leaf spring system. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that. This is just better. First of all, these are radial tires, and secondly, they're each on independent torsion axle systems. Each wheel has its own independent travel. They're not locked together. You'll get a better, smoother ride. It'll bounce and chuck and jolt less. It's easier on the trailer. It's easier on your truck, and that's something people don't think about. The trailer suspension also affects your vehicle. It'll affect your brakes and your suspension, your tires and drivetrain and everything. Rear corner docking station, right where it belongs. I get frustrated when I see all the docking stuff up near the nose of the trailer because then you need hose extensions to reach anything. This is where that stuff belongs. We also have a black tank flush and a little outside shower so you can hose off the kids or grandkids and then blow the tanks clean when you're all done. This is pre-prepped for a backup camera. So if you do decide to add one of those, and we do carry them in our part shop, they're very easy. You can have one of those on there. And I've had some people refer to them as the campsite observation camera, and I'm guessing it's for those kids that try to sneak out at night. My brother was one of those. He'd always come back from catfishing. He always came back though. Big power awning on here. You can't put a bigger power awning on this. And it has a full-length LED light strip, and I have that lit up for you there. So even during the day, you can still see that. One of the reasons you can see it is because this does have a pretty glossy sidewall. Now, you have a very cool outside utility station here. It basically does everything an outside kitchen would do, just sort of deconstructed, almost like you deconstruct a meal in a way. So what we have here, we have a little, your outside mini fridge, you know, Dad's medicine cabinet, so to speak. Now, they did a neat thing. They left this extra pocket open here, and you can use it for anything. You can use it for your flashlights. You can keep your spice rubs out here for grilling. Almost anything you can think of. Your inside TV floats outside if you wanted to. The whole swing arm mount, we've already stored the TV away, by the way. TV will be included. We've already stowed, the whole swing arm comes out, so you can make this TV face anywhere you want. It can face the table, it can face over here, or if you're grilling up a storm and like it's game day or race day, you can stand here because an outside grill is going to come equipped on this 9 times out of 10. That's an option we put on these almost every time. Always double check our site or give us a call to make sure it's built how you want it though. So you've got a grill here, TV here, refrigerator right there, awning covering you on a hot sunny day. I mean, you've got your speakers pumping out your entertainment. This is good living. This is tailgating right here, and it's a lot of fun. You don't even have to be a big sports fan. It's just a lot of fun. It's awesome. Your entry door is strutted, so it's kind of like, almost like a Star Trek automatic open door, you know, no, I won't make that sound again. Okay, one more time. Pretty close, huh? Just little stuff like they have a little bit different framed door here, so it's a little more robust. A lot of people make the mistake of pulling on this to shut the door. Either try to grab the door jamb or maybe grab this part right here. I'm tall enough, if I'm inside, I'll grab the top of the door, but those are things you don't think about. People rip these off all the time because they're just not thinking about it. As we come in here, again, I wanted to point out the fact that this video could look drastically different from the one we have in stock, even if they're identically equipped. Let me touch on that. Now, first, right when you walk in, you've got your control panel. This is cool. On a little lightweight hybrid, having all your interior switches on one button, buddy, that's awesome. That's also really hard to find. You know what else is basically unheard of in hybrid campers like this? Central air in a 21-foot ultralight hybrid. That is awesome. And not to mention that, another step above, it is double ducted. You have 2 AC runs, because that's all Rockwood does. They build everything the exact same way. This is built identically up here to their biggest, baddest fifth wheel. This is just scaled down. They don't make stuff cheaper, they just make it smaller. Now, remember I was talking about construction and how you want to see how a lightweight's built? Go up to another lightweight roof and make sure the salesman's not looking and do this. And then after you bust the ceiling panel out of the other trailer, I want you to take off running. Rockwood's fully laminated, guys. Zero flex walk-on roof. Same as the floor, the walls, the slide-in walls, every darn thing. Every darn thing is built that way for rigidity, structural longevity, and lightweight. This is called the Biltmore Decor. Very dark accented, but we've contrasted it with the maple wood tones in this trailer. Your wood tones could be a darker driftwood, or they could be this lighter maple. Your fabrics could be different. We also have a wood print floor. There's a stone print floor option. All of these things can change without actually changing the equipment package on the trailer. We will typically keep any Rockwood in stock in different color variations with the same equipment, just because these things are so popular that we like to have different options out there. So right when you walk in, and keep in mind, there's not much I can do about the light and darkness of the camera with these hybrid beds. They're very bright. It's not as bright over here, and the camera can't distinguish them easily. So I'm going to do my best to try to point you at specifics. The whole kitchen's in the slide, and we have a lot of kitchen storage space. Right when you walk in, this big slide opens it right up, so you don't have to trip over one another. Even with all the drawers out, I still have good walking space here. And again, you actually have drawers, and they're made of plywood. They're made of real wood, and you have a big pots and pan storage here, and a giant pantry located in the slide out. It's off the floor plan. It's bonus storage hanging over negative space. And all of your cabinet doors in every Rockwood, all hardwood. Made to last, guys. That's what this thing is all about. We have added a second vent fan to the living room of this one. And again, this is an option probably on most of the 21 DKs we carry. I can't guarantee all of them. But remember that whenever you see the MaxxAir fan in a Rockwood, you also have that roof vent cover from a Rockwood. They're one of the few that do that. Now we have heated bed mats, standard, not an extra money optional upgrade. And they do leave you outlets to plug those in. I don't name names, but I will. I'll let you know. There's a brand I saw you can add heated mats to, but there's nowhere to plug in within 6 feet of the bed. Your dining table here on this big U-dinette. It's elliptical, it's freestanding, so I can move it around, take it wherever I want. I can take it outside like a picnic table. It's got a very wide footprint, so it's very stable. It doesn't rock around unless you get really friendly with it. Good overhead storage above the dining table. Every ounce of storage counts. Every ounce counts, especially on a small trailer. And that's why we've gone to a bigger refrigerator. This has a 7 cubic fridge, not a standard 6. 17% larger. You can fit 6 more Hungry Man dinners in this fridge. Now the easy way to tell is if it has these retro style easy pull handles, that's a 7 cubic foot. If it has the kind where you put your hand in and then push with your thumb, that's a 6. So this has a bigger refrigerator, same size freezer, but we do like to upgrade the cabinet or the refrigerator door inserts on this to match your cabinetry so that everything lines right up. Now, you have great countertop space in this slide-out kitchen here, more so than you think at first glance. Because we have a flush mount sink cover right here, so that's giving you more space. The stove is recessed into the countertop, and they put a nice smooth glass top on that, so that gives you more space. And if you look behind the stove, you've got like an extra 12 to 18 inches back here of deep countertop space with outlets. So that's where you're going to keep all your coffee makers and stuff like that. It leaves all of your front space, your prep space open, easily accessible, and functional. Again, remember, we've already popped the TV out, but that is a high-def flat screen. And in fact, in hybrids, you don't usually see this, they're also including HDMI high-def wiring. Trailers have had high-def capable TVs for years, but you haven't been able to get high-def service out of them because they haven't included the proper wiring. Now, that cable is not hard to get. You can get that for $9.99 on Amazon every day of the week. They'll ship it from Hong Kong with a smile. But how are you going to run that cable down through this cabinet to the back of that stereo module without tearing it up? You're not. They do it for you, so you don't have to worry about it, guys. That's what I like about Rockwoods. Speaking of this thing, by the way, there's a lot of trailers out there that have a Bluetooth-enabled DVD, CD stereo system with inside-outside speakers. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This one does, though. It has an extra chipset built into it. You can download a free app on your phone. I'll walk you through it if you give me a call. It's easy. You Bluetooth your phone to your stereo, and your phone becomes your remote control. You don't have to have extra electronics laying around. And speaking of your phone, you've got a perfect little charge station built right over here for it. Now, 2 more quick things I want to touch on before we wrap it up. Hopefully you're still with me. Thank you for hanging out so long. Above the refrigerator, we have just a giant closet. And again, remember how I was saying every ounce of storage counts? Look at this thing. You can fit so much in there, and it's so big and wide you could put... this is actually not a bad spot to store your grill in the carrying case when you're done with it. It's so big. That's actually where we tend to store them after these videos are shot. But you've got coat closet hanging space, plenty of hanging storage in there. The rear bed, same as the front. All heated and whatnot. That's your propane tank enclosure, by the way. They just, again, got to this before I could get to it. So we have a foot flush stool with leg room, so a tall guy like me can actually use the bathroom. I have no lights on in the bathroom because I don't need them. Between the skylight and the extra light over here, there's plenty. Again, MaxxAir MaxxAir vent fan, standard in a Rockwood with the roof cover in the bathroom, optional in the living room. Big skylight above a shower with a wall panel surround, and even stuff like this, just a little shower caddy, because you don't have good shelf space in here. Because I know that, yes, I can see, I'm not dumb, I can see that there's shelves here. This shelf is not going to hold a shampoo bottle if you're standing in this thing and the kids are coming and going. Even with stabilizers down, they still wiggle a little bit. Well, giving you a place to keep all that soap and stuff, or maybe the kids' bath toys and things out of the way, that is just the extra step above and beyond that Rockwood does that you just don't tend to see out there. And that's what I like so much about these. So give us a call. 800-256-5196. Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping, everybody. Have some fun.